everybody feeling today? Today I'm talking to Brenda and Darrin, who got married exactly 1 year ago today. Happy anniversary, guys.
Thank you.
And we're talking about vegan weddings again, and we're just trying to change the conversation around weddings at the moment from, you know, all this stressful stuff that's going on and not being able to plan for the future to helping you get excited about the day again, and actually talking about sort of planning. So I'm going to ask Brenda and Darrin, firstly, why did you choose to have a vegan wedding?
We started on our vegan journey a few years ago, and we came across Secret Creek Cafe through a recommendation, I think it was. And as soon as we came out for our first meal out there, we just fell in love with the place, fell in love with the food. And I knew before we were even engaged that I was going to get married there. And we wanted to share just the amazing vegan food with our family and friends. Yep. So what better way than to get married there and eat there as well.
That's awesome. So were you, you said you were on your vegan journey when you came to Secret Creek. When you were planning your wedding, were you still sort of in two minds about that kind of thing, about whether or not you were set on having that vegan wedding? You weren't worried about it at all?
Yeah, it was already set.
Yeah. So did you tell your guests beforehand?
We did. We actually discussed about whether to or not. I'd already eaten there with my parents before the wedding. We did tell some people because we thought there may have been a few negative reactions.
Yeah. So bringing your guests to eat the food, to try the food beforehand, was that a strategic move on your part to get them to relax about it, or did you just did you think that might have been something that swayed them?
A bit of both, actually. Yes. I knew that my family and guests would be open to the idea, but Darrin's family might be a little bit more reluctant about it.
Yeah, and so leading up to the wedding, Darrin, did your family give you any negative feedback about it leading up to the wedding?
No, not really. Just smart-ass comments. But I told them to shut up and deal with it. It's only one meal.
Yeah.
And after they had the meal, nobody said a word.
Oh,
they all loved it.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's the proof is in the result then, I suppose, isn't it? Like, we always get those smart ass comments, to be honest. Like, you know, I always overhear people at the tables and stuff, you know, they've been dragged there by someone else and they say, oh, we've got to go to Macca's on the way home.
Yeah.
Or that thing.
Yep. I'll bring my own steak.
And the floor staff, they get the same comments like that over and over. They've heard it all before. Like, people go, you know, where's the meat? You know, that sort of thing. Because we're in a regional area, and you know, like you guys, you know, you're in a regional. I can see trees in the background, so you're obviously, you know, you're in a regional area, and vegan food out here is not really, certainly not common.
Yeah,
it is more so now. But yeah, I think you know, a few years ago when we first changed the menu over, it was very weird and strange, and people kind of took a while to adjust to it. Okay, so backlash, we talked about that. So you didn't get any backlash afterwards, and beforehand it was just the smart ass comments. So that's pretty easy to manage if you've got a thick skin about those sorts of things. So let's move on to the fun stuff, which is vendors. Give me a bit of a rundown of what vendors you used and what your decision-making process around choosing those vendors was.
Yeah. So our celebrant and MC was Evelyn, the Blue Mountain celebrant. And we fell in love with Evelyn the first time we met her. We just knew she would be perfect for us. We're both on a second marriage. Evelyn's also gone through something similar. So she was so relatable, so funny, so thorough, so professional. And we also, one thing we did like was the fact that she'd already worked with you previously. So we liked that she knew the layout and all that. hair and makeup was Danielle Hampton, a Lithgow local. She was lovely. She was so lovely, on time. I'm not a hair and makeup person, so she did a really good job with what she had to work with. Our photographer, Paper Boz, yeah, she was good. We wanted like one of the photographers that had worked with you previously, but they were all booked out.
Oh, yeah.
Even that far ahead. So
yeah, there's certain seasons when it's that does happen.
yeah.
Especially if you want someone that's from this area as well. Like the Blue Mountains is a really big kind of not so much Lithgow, but certainly all the Blue Mountains vendors are all very busy because it's a destination wedding spot. Oh, hello. So Evelyn, I've said that before because she has worked there before. She also married my sister Amanda. She did their ceremony a little while ago as well. So all right. Now, in hindsight, what was the best decision that you made?
Having our wedding and reception at Secret Creek.
Honestly.
Because we spoke of, different times, like second marriage, why are we doing this? Maybe let's just do a registry and then have everyone over for a meal at Secret Creek. And we thought, no, let's just go the whole hog. And yeah, that was the best decision we made.
So that brings me as well to your favourite memory of the day. What was your favourite memory of everything that any time, even if it was, leading up to it, during?
Yeah, just...
For me, it was the actual ceremony. I was stressed for, well before it, just organising things. On the day, we had perfect weather. Everything just came together so nicely. There was a few things that didn't go how I wanted, but I didn't care. It all worked out really well.
Yeah. Awesome.
Mine was, where had the ceremony.
The arbor was beautiful.
The arbor, the backdrop, even the cabin that we stayed in.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was the whole lot made the whole day.
Yeah.
And to have one bit, it's very hard
even
to choose.
The night before, because we stayed at, what were those units called?
I'm not too sure. Oh, Lincoln Court.
Linton Court.
Yeah, Linton
so
Court.
My parents and siblings were in one cabin, one unit. We were in the other, and it was just a nice family atmosphere as well. Like, like all families go through their hard times, so it was just really nice for the families to come together and just have a break and just have something positive to look forward to.
And I think when you're that close to the event, like it's the very next day, it's the night before. The night before you do start to, other than the ceremony that you have to worry about, everything that should be planned by then is already planned and in place. And what's going to happen is going to happen. So the night before, it is really nice to do something with your family, I think. And some of my other clients have done that before, where they have a meal together and get together the day before, just to kind of, settle themselves down from all the planning before the big day. I missed one, which was, did you do anything yourself? Was there any little bits and pieces that you did yourself?
No.
Apart from BYO, no.
And was that a decision that you made purposefully? Were you like, no, don't want to do anything myself?
Yeah, we'd been to a family wedding the year before, and they had got family members to do different things, and they weren't happy with the results, and we thought, let's get the professionals to do it. They're trained for that. That's what they do. So,
and was that did that help you to relax on the day, knowing that you had people that you trusted just doing everything?
Yeah,
particularly with Evelyn being the MC as well, like getting things organised and flowing, which was really nice.
It is. We really, like, as at our venue and other places, it makes a huge difference when there's an MC. And even if it is a family member, that's fine too. But when there's an MC, it just the guests know what to do, and it is it's nice to have a relaxed event, but I really recommend an MC for most people just because it makes it run really smoothly. And if you don't run to schedule, if the timeline, you know, comes out a little bit, because big groups of people, they do that. They help to sort of bring it all back in and wrangle everyone. So your number one piece of advice for couples who are planning their wedding now?
What did we say for that one?
Number one advice, invite the people you really want to invite, and don't invite people that
you feel you have to.
You feel you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And try and enjoy the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from a bride's perspective, try not to stress about things, because it will all work out on the day.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think, like, even if things aren't exactly perfect how you imagined, being able to relax about that is what makes it less stressful for you, because you choose how you react to those things. And I think the more chilled out you are, or you help yourself to be, then the better it is. And that's a really good point about the guest list, because there's so much obligation around weddings, I think, where if we invite this cousin, then we have to invite that whole set of cousins, and I think it's your day and it's your choice, and you want people that love and support you to be there. That's a really good piece of advice too. Awesome. Well, what are you doing today for your anniversary? Anything special?
Well, I got some beautiful flowers, but no, there's not really much to do.
We're not going out for dinner.
Yeah, well, that's right. Are you cooking something nice at least?
Yes, Brenda is.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, it's a bit hard with celebrating events like this in isolation, but I think something that helps is that I guess everyone's going through it, and we've had a lot of all of my kids have had their birthdays in the last few weeks. So we've had Zoom birthday parties for them, and we just have like a little cake, and then all the cousins are all on the TV screen, and we just make do, I guess. But I think the important thing is you're going to have lots of anniversaries from here on in. You've got lots of years to do special things and go out for dinner. So
yeah, we were going to do an anniversary cruise, because that's what we got engaged on. But that got cancelled.
Yeah. Or just postponed. Just postponed. Next year after.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for today. That was really helpful and awesome. And I know the feedback already from these little interviews has been great. I think people are really enjoying hearing from the couple's perspective. So
it's a good idea.
Yeah. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your anniversary.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
Up on the other side.
Yeah.
Thanks.
See you soon. Bye.